Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to do a video talking about my close friend Bill Radovich's new album called Express Checkout Counter. It's by Bill Radovich and Jacoby Young. I don't know who Jacoby Young is. The first time I heard his name, it reminded me of the Jacoby brothers, the actors, but obviously that's their last name, not their first name. I'm going to put a link down in the description to Bill's Bandcamp. So if you want to purchase the album, I think it's $5 digitally. You can do so, or you can listen to some of his tracks. Pretty interesting stuff. So Bill's style seems to change with each album. I've heard stuff that sounds dark and foreboding, similar to something like maybe Nine Inch Nails. I've heard more upbeat stuff that sounds more like, I don't know, KMFDM or Skinny Puppy or something, where it's sort of got a Nine Inch Nails. I don't know if Skinny Puppy is the best reference, but sort of has a Nine Inch Nails thing going, but more upbeat. This is different than his other albums. This is what I guess you would consider vaporwave, but it also has still that little bit of a Nine Inch Nails aesthetic to it. So the just to be out in front, not my type of music, though I do appreciate it. I think Bill puts a lot of hard work into his music, and he always has a lot of heart in his music, and I think that's the most important part. As long as you have heart and you're into it and it means something to you and there's feelings behind it, it's cool. It's not something I personally would like listen to in my car or buy a CD and listen to. It's a little, how do I put this? It's like trippy. So it sounds kind of like something maybe someone would listen to having a couple beers and relaxing, or possibly on something. And I mean this with all due respect, Bill. It's just my feelings. I think that if you're kind of in a weird mood and you throw this on, it probably will go over even better than normal. So let me just talk about the tracks and stuff a little bit. The album is roughly 23 minutes. The second song is called Shopping Malls, and it sounds like something you would hear on like Supermarket Sweep, or perhaps something like the beginning of a very early George Michael song. And it's very different from the first track, which is called Smell of Commerce, because Smell of Commerce has a little bit of a deeper, darker feeling to it, where Shopping Malls sounds bright and airy, like you're going into a shopping mall. So very, very different from one track to the next, though I do think this album is definitely made to be listened to in full for the 23 minutes. This isn't something that you would listen to one song in your car. I think this is like an experience, for lack of a better term, and you probably should listen to the whole thing together. My favorite song on the album were Groceries and Booze and Cigarettes, and my least favorite was Fabric. If I remember correctly, Fabric didn't hit me well because it has almost a carnival-esque like type thing going on, and it just wasn't my speed. But Booze and Cigarettes and Groceries are my speed. I should probably rephrase that, but you get what I'm saying. Bill did this really cool thing, and he invited me to do it, and sadly I have something going on at home, something good, that sort of hindered me from doing this, and I couldn't really partake. But Bill asked his friends to go out shopping, and when they bought their food or whatever, I guess groceries, they would film the sound of them bringing the items up, talking to the person or the machine, saying like, you know, please insert your credit card or whatever. And he chopped and screwed this and made it into songs. So you'll hear bits and pieces throughout the album of slowed down and sped up people at cash registers, interacting with people, interacting with customers, and it's really cool. I regret not doing it, and I apologize to Bill, and I told him this. When I'm in the grocery store at this point, I'm in and out. I try to kind of stay away from people with everything going on. So it's just, I didn't really have much of a choice. As I said, Bill's style changes a lot from record to record, and this one is definitely more trippy. There's lots of speeding down, slowing up, and chopped and screwed type of stuff. And as I said, it's meant to be listened to as an experience, a whole album in my opinion. What else? Definitely has an experimental sound to it, and there's some, I think, video game samples in there, because I could have swore I heard something and I was like, is this Toe Jam and Earl? What is this? So I definitely heard something that he pulled from something that he warped around a little bit. The song Nail Polish, which is on here, track 12 of 13, sounds reminiscent of Nine Inch Nails the most to me. So, what else did I want to say? Oh, so the song E-Commerce, which is the last song on the album, it feels much drearier than the rest of the album. And my take on that, and Bill can tell me if I'm wrong, if he wants to leave a comment or if he wants to leave it up to people's interpretation, is that the album is showing you all the happiness and airiness and of human interaction. Going to the supermarket, going to the shopping mall, and the fun you have going to the shopping mall, or maybe had, because now everything is about e-commerce and online and shopping online. And the last song, to me, is so dreary that it sounds like it's showing the humdrum boredom of shopping online, where you were getting this great atmosphere in the malls when you were a teenager, when you were younger, especially if you're around my age, and malls were a big deal and you would hang out with your friends there, where it's sort of about the death of the shopping mall and in-person shopping and how e-commerce is taking over, but it's boring as hell. So I could be wrong, but that was my take on the song E-Commerce. The funny part about this, just to end this video, e-commerce is dreary, but it also is repetitive in this sound, like this. I'm not doing it beat for beat, but this dreary kind of cyclical sound. As it's playing, I turn my head for a moment. I don't know if you can see him back here. Got my turtle pork chop in the background. He's spinning in circles. So that was fun. So anyway, there is my review of my buddy Bill Radovich and Jacoby Young's newest album, Express Checkout Counter. Very interesting, trippy, 23-minute short album. If you like weird vaporware, chopped and screwed, check it out. It's definitely interesting, and I would say it's worth the money. So, Bill, thank you for trying to include me on the album. I do appreciate that, and thank you for sending me the album to review. I hope I did you some justice here with this. So, thanks guys for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Check out Bill's album down in the description on his Bandcamp. Be good.